everybody, long time no see. It has been a long time since I have sat down and talked to the camera. January was super busy and the holiday season was really busy for me as well. Some of you who have been following along will know that I have moved house, which was really stressful and kind of crazy during a pandemic. This is actually the second time that I've moved during a pandemic and it's not fun. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate to that. It's not a fun thing to do, but here I am in my new place. This is actually my parents' house. I moved from my apartment in another city about 2 hours away. I was living there with my two lovely roommates whom I miss terribly, but just because of the pandemic and the fact that I work completely remote, it made more sense for me to be here at home with my family. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, I will talk more about what this video is about because this video is going to be a little bit unconventional. I did post about this on a couple of my socials, so some of you might be expecting it, but this is me in the past planning out what this space was going to become in The Sims 4. I don't know if many of you guys know about The Sims 4 or The Sims in general. You probably do. Growing up, I played The Sims a lot. I thought it was super fun. And as an adult, I have often used The Sims to like create my spaces. Like if I know I'm gonna move, I will always be like, okay, I'm gonna create it in The Sims so I can get an idea for how I want to lay things out. Now, it's not 100% accurate, obviously, because there are certain restrictions in The Sims, but it always really helps me because I'm a very visual person to kind of picture the like overall goal that I want for the space. So I made it in Sims and I was like, you know what, why not film it so I can show you guys? So you might like this video, you might not like this video, no problem, but if you want to see where everything kind of started, then you can watch and see how it all came together. Let's go. All right, so first off, I started out by just building out the rough kind of shape of the room that I was gonna move into. And this is a little hard because The Sims doesn't let you edit it quite the way it should be, but I did it the best I could. Now I'm trying to pick a window and you're gonna see me do this a lot in the video. I look through pretty much all the options before I settle on one. Now I'm adding some lights because it was awfully dark and we needed some nice big lights in there. And now I'm looking for a carpet because this room is carpeted. It's kind of just like a beigey cream carpet. So I settled on that one. And then, what am I doing now? Oh yeah, this room has like a weird step down into the room. Because this room is actually above the garage, so it's a bit of a like wonky room, like the ceilings are kind of weird and it's the front of the house, so I was trying to like create that step in the room as well. So that's what I'm doing here and trying to make it look like cohesive and like match the room. Yeah, and I was trying to make this ledge not look so strange and protrudy. Yeah, so I did that. Yeah, I struggled with that quite a bit. And now I'm putting in the doors for the closet and the doors for the bedroom, the door to the actual room rather. And just played around with that a little bit to make sure it was looking right. And then here I am picking a bed to try and match the bed that I have, so you can see my bed, a little sneak peek of my bed in the background there. And then I also have this like white shag rug and I was like, maybe I'll put it under the bed. And then I realized that the room was actually way too big, so I just kind of squished it in a little bit. So here I was looking at mirrors because I have a floor mirror and none of these mirrors matched what I was really looking for, so I ended up settling on this mirror, but it doesn't really look anything like the mirror that I have. But yeah, my mirror is big and it kind of like leans against the wall, so that just did the job. And then I put my dresser in as well. And then I have another mirror, but again, none of the mirrors matched the mirror that I had. So I can't remember if I just like completely scrapped the mirror up there because nothing was working. Nothing was looking quite right. And when you size up mirrors in The Sims, they get all wonky too. So, and then I decided to move the rug over because I'm like, do I really want to have it completely under my bed? Because then I can't enjoy the rug. So I moved the rug over to be underneath the mirror. And here I have an armchair, and I wanted to try and like put that into my build. But in reality, there's not enough room for an armchair there. So when I actually do a full tour of my studio, there's no armchair. There is not enough room for an armchair. But in the build, I tried to shove it in. And then I knew I wanted some kind of like plant stand thing by my window. I was hoping that I could fit my blue chest that I have. Some of you guys might know of it from my previous vlogs. It lived in our living room at my apartment. Again, did not fit. It did not fit. But yeah, so I'll show you. I'll get to show you the full reveal later, but for now, I just wanted to show you guys kind of the design before any of the actual stuff happened. And I built this build when I was in the office space downstairs. So like this room was still my sister's room, like all her stuff was in it. So it was kind of harder to like visualize it. But I did the best I could, and I think you guys can tell me, but when you get to see the full reveal of my studio compared to this, I think you'll find that it's quite similar. So, and then I knew that I wanted 2 desks. I wanted my big working desk on the far wall, and then I wanted another desk underneath the window. And I can't really represent this in The Sims very well, but I knew that I wanted this to be like a standing desk. So I really struggled to find an appropriate desk for what I knew it was gonna end up looking like. I think I just like went back and forth on desks and tables and tried sizing it up and sizing it down, and like nothing was really working the way I wanted it to. Yeah, I literally think I looked at every desk and table in The Sims. I tried this like table with a cloth. It was not looking the way I wanted it to. I can't even remember what I ended up settling on. So many desks, so many tables. Yeah, so that I just put there underneath the window. And then my other desk kind of right beside it. In real life, I decided to move the desk on the wall over to the left a little bit because I didn't like how like squished that one corner was. Like if I put anything in that corner, you couldn't get to it. You couldn't get to it at all. So I decided to shimmy the desk over a little bit. Then I was messing around with desk chairs. None of them really look like my desk chair because I have like a desk chair, but then I put like a blanket on it because I think it's cozier. So I tried putting this Sims workbench in, and I ended up taking it out because it was just like too big and like didn't really have the vibes. But to be honest, right now my table over there does look more like that workbench. But yeah, I end up scrapping the workbench, I go back to the other desk and change the color. I'm so indecisive, so indecisive. And I sped this video up to like I sped it up so much, but I think I had like 2 hours of footage of me building this room. That's what happens when I play The Sims. So here I found some string lights and I put them up, and you can obviously see those in the background of my actual camera here. That I did get my string lights and I put them up, and they're twinkling and I love them so much. But I knew that I wanted string lights in my new room just to be super cozy, and yeah. So I put them up in my build, and then I was trying to figure out what to do with this space in the corner here. I think I actually just give up for a second. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on the stool now because I don't know what I'm gonna do with that corner. Back to okay, so here I grabbed a camera because I literally I kind of just wanted to like manifest having a vlogging camera, because right now I do everything on my phone. And I guess I do move the desk over just a little, but yeah, that's me manifesting having a real camera to vlog on. And then here I put a computer desk, or sorry, a computer. I tried to like move it back further onto the desk, but it wouldn't let me. So ignore the placement of that because that is just not ergonomic at all. No, no, no. You can't have your like literally it's like the keys are right on the edge of the desk. That makes no sense. That would break your wrists. But that's just how it is in The Sims. So I have this thing to represent my kitchen cart trolley. And I threw it in that corner. Now I'm just tweaking things. Yeah, and then I have these like metal grid displays that I decided to put up, although in real life my walls are kind of too small to fit them. I don't have them up quite yet, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with those. I think I'm just adding some decor soon. And here was actually the idea where I was like, hey, maybe I can fit a shelf in the back there. I always knew that I wanted some kind of shelf just for storage and whatnot. I thought that it would be really nice to have. I think I scrapped it, but I end up coming back to it later. I shimmied the bed over a little because I'm like, will I be able to get into my closet if my bed is this close? And now I'm coming back to the shelf. I'm so all over the place with this build. I'm so all over the place. I literally could not commit to one area of the room. I just had to keep going everywhere. So yeah, that's supposed to represent my kitchen cart with my cutting machine on top of it. The towel is supposed to be a cutting machine. Now I'm just adding some decor. Okay, so I do end up shifting the desk over a little bit. My little camera. Just tweaking things. I think I'm looking for more decor here. Yeah, pretty much every surface in my room usually has some kind of decor on it because I just love having very atmospheric spaces and I like everything to look nice and cozy and happy, and I love my plants. So here I bring the shelf back. I really liked that. I really liked how that fit there. And I was also kind of thinking about like the space when you first walk in, like when you open the door, what do you see? And I felt like the shelf really like made a nice kind of like focal point, if that makes sense. So I really liked the idea of the shelf. Now I'm adding some more plants and some more decor. Doing my little sim strat so that I can fit stuff on it. Yeah. Sorry, I don't normally do videos like this at all, so I apologize if this is hard to watch. I hope you guys find it somewhat entertaining. It's kind of cool to see like my brain working as I kind of designed the space, especially now that I'm like in the future and it's all done. It was really cool to like come back to this video that I initially filmed like over a month ago now and see kind of like where my mind went and like the original concept and how true to it I stayed, and like it's just really cool. So I was gonna scrap the whole thing. I was not gonna film this, I was not gonna edit it, and then I was like, you know what, maybe people would like to see it. So let me know if you found this at all interesting. I hope that there's somebody out there who enjoys this. I know it's a little different than my typical studio vlogs, but yeah, I filmed it and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna throw it out there on the internet and see if anybody likes to see how my brain worked during this whole thing. Because I always really like that, like when you start a project and you finish a project, it's so interesting to like go back to the very, very beginning and see where you started and like what you were thinking of at the very, very beginning all the way to the end, if that makes sense. I don't know, kind of just rambling at this point. So yeah, now I'm just adding some more decor, added some more plants. I don't have a plant hanger, but I would love to have one. Although my ceilings are, I don't know if I would work in my room, but adding some books, some other little clutter items. again, looking through every single option. I don't play Sims super often, so I always forget what I have. I put a little bed tray on the bed with a little book and a little coffee. I never use those because I swear if I did actually have that, I would spill everything on there all the time. But I thought it looked really cute for the presentation of everything. Pretty sure I end up deleting all those things that I put up there, but what can you do? That's on being indecisive. There. I kind of like shoved that dresser through the wall a little bit so that it would look thinner because my actual dresser is quite thin. Okay, so here everything is done. So this is kind of how it all ended up looking. And I can't wait to show you guys my actual studio so you can compare it to this because I think it ended up being pretty close. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, I hope you guys found this somewhat interesting. It was fun to film and I always enjoy building my future rooms and future moving locations in Sims. I have heard some of my friends say that they do the same thing. I'm such a visual person that seeing it created in Sims before it actually happens helps me get such an idea of like the concept is like hammered down in my brain. So yeah, hopefully you guys liked it. But I have some more videos coming as well. The next video will focus a lot more on the process. There will be a lot of painting and stuff like that, but I will do some vlog stuff as well in the next video. And then the video after that, I'm going to be releasing a full studio tour. So I can't wait to show you guys. I'm really excited. It's been it's been a journey, that's for sure, but it's like 99% done. And hopefully by the time I film the full tour, it'll be completely done. So can't wait to show you. Thank you for watching. You guys are the best. Bye!